Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? Won the ball game, bottom line. It didn't need to be.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week: 18 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now Anderson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Anderson escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It will be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. To the air, Williams. Flush to his right. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Eluding the pressure right. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 156. That ties him with Terrell Owens for 5th all-time. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick 6 a moment ago, the second one he's thrown, and we're not to halftime yet. Throwing after the interception, Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Williams. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 15. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Anderson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll run with Pollard. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Anderson. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Williams throw complete there to Moore. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Looking to throw is Williams. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To the air on 3rd down is Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again here, Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and throw with Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. To throw once more, here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And that's caught inside the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
On 3rd and 2, Anderson flushed out right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And that one too wide and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Anderson now throwing on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw. Anderson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, and it's Pollard again. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Anderson forced out to his left. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Bears now ready to take over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. No gain on the play, it'll be second down.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now for what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now Anderson on 1st and 10. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Number 53, Mike 53. Cut. 53's the Mike, 53, check 53. Tackles.
Back to throw. Anderson buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, the second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Ain't no such thing as a look.
Looking to throw. Anderson steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Anderson throwing again. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. On first down, here's Williams.
His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
To the air once more, Williams. He's across midfield.
And finally brought down at the 38. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
On first and 10, it's Williams.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tennessee, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.